Alright, and the game's...
With an interesting delayed attack to start here. Gonna push Jason up.
Ooh, these are very starts actually. These look more like Ultra starts than they do starts.
Ooh, and a nice quick find from Jason to send a whole lot of pressure to Shan immediately.
Shan just downstacks it like thing. I find it insane how quickly players can downstack it, and how efficient they are as well.
Oh yeah, looking for Shan's board right now. See a humongous attack. Meanwhile, Yokaboozled, what up? Hope you had fun in the tournament. Thanks for the raid, bud. Welcome everyone. Right now you're watching Shan versus Jason. Got here just in time to watch it start as we see one heck of an epic opening round. Shan in a little bit of hot water here, but looks like he's gonna get right down and just start slamming the attack.
Again, just the simplicity and survival. Shan makes it look trivial. And again,
Yeah,
Shan looking for these donations, and while not pulling them off, the fact that you can find them and even attempt to pull them off, that's really helpful in finding more APM and attacking against your opponent.
Now, it's real interesting to see, whoa,
That
that humongous spike right there. I was gonna say, it's really interesting to see for so long, we see both players just kind of hanging pretty at the bottom of their board, and then finally, Jason at the very end there finding a just killer spike. Completely knocked Shan out, taking the first round.
Now, a lot of diversity, again, in these openers. Shan opened up with a really interesting opener I've not seen ever. If anyone in chat can tell me. And it's managed to counter Jason open quite hard as well. So it's really cool to see, like, just how fast Tesh can be.
Now I might be wrong. I don't know if I watched the opener from Shan. You watched it there. It's been a little bit of a controversial one recently, if I remember correctly.
Is it?
That's the stick spin. It's been quite a divisive thing in the community recently. It's definitely not something we see. Wow, we see Shan starting for it again. Definitely not something I expected quite really to see in Jstris.
This is basically the Gamishiro of Jstris.
Definitely gained some notoriety in Tetrio of all places lately. Shan with a little awkward bit of a sequence there, though. Looking dangerous, and Jason able to take another round. Yo.
Guess who we just got raided by?
See Shan opening with the PCO. Yo, Blink. Fat raid. Thank you, Blink. Welcome, everyone, to the Jstris Cup Quarantined 2. Today we're dealing with spicy back-to-backs, and right now you're watching Shan versus Jason. One heck of a crazy game.
And how has Shan survived for that long at the top? That's just mad. Though
Yeah,
I do think Shan might have scares. Yeah, this might be a bit of a problem. Jason's just going all out. I think Shan needs to start finding.
Yeah, Shan finding that spike there. Starting to find stuff, but looks like he's starting to also slowly get pushed up in between the attacks.
The problem is, right, as soon as he finds one, Jason finds one as well, and it gets really hard to counter the ones that your opponent finds and the moment you do, because that just pushes you right back to the top.
Yeah, and we see Shan in kind of a weird situation, but really nice down stack. Gonna even that out and take him back about halfway point on his board. I like the position that he's in now. He has a lot of really good options to make here and sending the pressure as you see him really returning fire to Jason, who is still just at the bottom of the board though. So it's
And
just seemingly not even caring.
Right. This may help Shan a lot. The problem is, Jason is just as good, if not better, a downstacker as Shan is.
Yeah, wow. Oh my goodness. It seems. Shout out to Hua also for the raid. Thanks. Hope you had fun playing the tournament today.
Yeah, this is really just a neck and neck on who can muster the most damage and send it off.
Yeah, Jason starting to set up some pressure here and starting to get that back-to-back. He takes the skim, severely kind of breaks it. It doesn't seem like he's really going for any massive spikes here until he gets just the right garbage again. Other than that, just trying to send constant pressure to Shan.
This hurry-up garbage, it might break the deadlock, though. Garbage is going to start rising, and they're only going to have a limited amount of space. It's going to be the question of who's first to misdrop bad enough.
It looks like it's going to be Shan, but wow, what a
that.
save!
But Jason, what in the world is this? He takes the 4th point.
And then a quick one. Quick miss at the start here for Shan. The interesting start opening here.
With players like these, it's really hard to say when a player has a definitive lead, but then again, that doesn't come that often fast Tetris. It's so hard to tell when a player has a definitive lead until you see it happen, when you see a flash right before your eyes. Speaking of which, Jason's just been pushed up to the top, and he's just surviving it like it's nothing!
Jason barely by the skin of his teeth at the top there, able to find some saves, but he's got to find that pressure right now. Really smart cancel the top there. Really smart cancel with that Tetris, the far right, waited for. Able to clean it back down, but again, just kind of back into this pressure game where we're not really seeing a solid wall of attack as much as spike. And there it is, as I say, the wall of attack finally really gives Jason another hand as he's able to do another full screen attack at the same time. Shan's trying to figure out how to get down.
Absolute master play by Jason. He times his attack, he times his cancels, and he takes advantage of when Shan gets all that cheese. That's not misdrops you want to be seeing if you're Shan. Question is, can he get out of this quick enough? He's going to be misdropping that often. Jason's been given so much time to send so much damage, and if Shan gets out of this one, Jason may be in for some trouble. Because that was one of the scariest moments I've had for Shan all match. And Jason somehow, even if he's got all these attacks prepared, he's not able to capitalize on them. Even on match point, Shan is not shaken.
Yes,
instead, he just keeps on.
Right now, it's getting a little bit scary for Shan as he's dancing around at the top there, just barely surviving. Finally getting back down. Some safety here and a nice combo down stacker too here, keeping it clean. Jason forever just kind of stacking his line 3 to 7, you know. It's real interesting. And finally going for that spike, maybe Jason. We see sending a lot of pressure to seal the deal,
and he takes a definitive win, 7-1 against Shan. Moving on to the 7th round.
Yeah, quite. Finally, it seems like Jason kind of figured out at the end there that pressure is good for getting Shan into a bit of a weird spot, but a lot of times, really needed to find that big spike. at the end of the round to really